My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC with gunmetal crystal edge technology screens. I've been dying to do this one for a bit. Just haven't had time to hook everything up. I'm kind of busy racing back and forth getting some things done. Alright, so this right here is our glass technology we have coming out in 2024. It's going to be a physical glass projection screen. This will not be a screen paint at all in any way. This is going to be a series of different forms of screens we're going to be developing under this technology that we're working on. Now, the technology is only around 60% done. Bit by bit, we're crawling, we're getting there, and we still have a lot of testing that has to be done. Not only that, testing on different forms of surfaces we can use this stuff with. There's a gamer version coming out for the unicorn. Sorry, I keep saying unicorn. We might make a unicorn gaming screen. I haven't decided on that yet. On the Sugar Plum Fairy and the Leviathan. Now, these screens will be not available on the website. We're not going to have them on our Black Series website. This is going to be a new website we're going to be working on that will allow us to be able to sell those products on that, because I don't want the physical screens mixed up with the screen paints. As I said before, the Black Series Edition screen paints not going anywhere. It's just our final paint. We don't see the purpose of making anything else. I mean, we pretty much have done everything when it comes to projection screen paints, a lot more than everybody else. I can honestly say that at the end of the day. But yeah, so look at this. So this is the image we're pulling up off PC. Mind you, we're just on a 720p display, and we're not in eco mode right now, but we actually are beyond factory settings. So this is the image we're pulling up at 720p. I know gamers, including myself, they want those monitors. I'm not a big fan of the monitors. I never use them, but I know gamers who do use the monitors, and what's most important is that resolution, that sharpness that they need. And especially, contrast is number one with these guys. So this shows you how amazing the text pulls up on the technology. And again, like I said, we're just using a 720p old Christie projector. This is my projector here. It's an LW401 old Christie projector. It's my beat up model projector. This thing is so dirty. But anyway, this is what we're using for our setup. So I just want to go through a couple of applications on here to show off the amazing technology. And again, no expensive projectors required, and just 720p only. That's it. We don't really have to use a 1080p projector, especially none of our technology, because again, our technology is designed to make 720p so absolutely incredible, and that saves the customer a lot of money. Let me get back over here. That needs to be on this side, over here, so I can work my applications. So I got the keyboard and mouse on that side. This is what I was gaming last night on. Right? Sorry if you heard that in the background. I have to deal with morning allergies. Every morning since I've moved here, I had to deal with these morning allergies. Thank God I only have it in the morning, and that's basically about it. Man, this thing's going to make a great screen. I told you I'm going to be doing a portrait screen in my new place. I'm going to be doing a customized. I don't know. We don't do these in portrait glasses. We don't do them in portrait. We should make them in portrait sizes, because I'm definitely getting one for myself. Let me go over to. Music is playing someplace else right now. This is why you cannot use gray screens and white screens when it comes to any kind of application, including PC. You have to register a 100% contrast level. But this is so much easier using the mouse than speaking into a machine all day. I'm definitely getting one of these. For my setup, oh, I forgot we're at 720p. We can't even pick up 1080p in here. Bring it back a little bit. There we go. Now, as I told you before, we are working on a new form of gain. We are not using the ambient projection technology. That's something I've been working on. And keep in mind, if you're going to talk about displaying a new form of gain, a new form of technology, you have to be able to show that you have the technology and that this technology definitely does work. I think I got water running somewhere in the house. I need to really get water running. This is basically coming off the background. I don't know, I'm not sure. All right, let me squeeze past the back of my projector and check if I left a sink on. I was washing dishes the last time I remember before I came here. I did both of them things at the same time. I'm gonna let that run. Let me grab it. And that's always fully lit environment because this is where it should be at. So at 60%, we're doing a PC application right now to see exactly how it reacts to PC. As you can see, it comes up crystal clear, nice and sharp, extremely beautiful. And again, no expensive projector being used in the demonstration. We're on a Christie LW401, which is a 720p projector. And these projectors, I got mine for around $270, that's it. Now this is going to be an extreme plus for especially the monitor gamer at the end of the day, because again, the monitors are expensive. They're very expensive. And the reason why I have to go with a very high-res projector is to pick up the best image possible. This is going to be eliminated. All right, I'm going to pause this for a minute here. I'm going to do some basic web browsing. Just one second, a minute. Do a little stuff on our end. I'm going to go to that's our website right there. Here's my info page. I'm just on my website. This is our website. As you can see, it looks pretty amazing. Our website's like no other website. I try to do something different when it comes to our products. Here's our black on black demonstrations. As you know, we test all our products. All our products are tested. This is one of the hardest demonstrations. Well, all screen paints need to be doing this. These are called black on black. This shows the difference between our products versus other black paints, fabrics, you name it. We tested it, we've done it. One of the things that's very important to test, so that way the consumer knows at the end of the day that he or she is not being shipped in everyday paint. Your product is tested. But make sure that. That's why we have these posted in every shopping cart, and we have them posted directly to the website for our customers. So make sure you're getting exactly what you paid for. But actually, we have more demos than any other. Actually, I found that out. We literally have more demos than any other screen paint right now. This would be our, let me see right here. We got about us. Here would be new links. I gotta update new links. We got some new stuff coming in for new links. I gotta update all of that there. Let's see. I'm gonna go for 2. Let's see. Right here. Browse. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna go to let's see. I'll pop over to where do I want to go to? I want to go to Best Buy. Now for those of you saying, but I see this little bright area. Yeah, camera picks it up and you can't see it up to the naked eye. The screen literally generates that much light. It's like the equivalent if you ever try to record a TV and the camera brightens up, yeah, that's literally how much light that screen is pushing off right now. And it's amazing, isn't it? This thing's a beast. If you were going to have area where it's spotting, I'm going to show you why. See right here where it's really bright here? And hot spotting pops up anywhere on the screen. I don't care if it's blue, green, red, purple, red, pink. I don't care what color it is. It's going to pop up regardless. It doesn't just pop up in one particular area. I know this because I got years and years of experience in home theater projecting screens. So when you record off a TV, the first thing you get is these little red lines and you get a lot of bright glare that comes off a TV because it's a TV. Guess what that thing does? That thing, that's why it's designed to compete with a TV. It does the same reaction. When you get it home, you won't see any of that at all, period. And that's one of the things we're going to show off when we have it on display. We're going to have people sit there and try to record it, and they're going to notice their cameras are going to have a difficult time trying to pick up an image. That's one of the heavier key parts we're going to have is selling this technology and how much light generates off one of these screens. That we have it on a showcase or we have it in a showroom, we're going to invite people to record it, try to record the screen. They will notice their cameras will have an extremely difficult time trying to maintain the light that's generating off the screen. But to the naked eye, you can't see it. See, you gotta know how to sell a product, people. You gotta know how to sell a product. It reacts just like a TV. Let's grab something out of Best Buy. I got some TVs on Best Buy. I'm gonna check out some TVs on Best Buy with our screen that is designed to replace the TV. Now, people say, you're gonna replace? I'm not at my time. I'm not gonna be here to see it. The next person that will be, I'll be passing the torch to. They'll do it, not me. I won't be here to see it. I'll be here to see the technology be noticed for what it's designed to do. But years on from there, many centuries or whatever from there, yeah, I'll be long gone and dead. I think the Wright brothers felt the same thing, but I don't think they really knew exactly how far their technology was going to go into the day. That's what I like to study. I like to study inventors. I like to study all the crap that they go. They had their haters. Haters have been around forever. They have been around since the beginning of time. You had haters. They've always have been there. That one person that sits there in the crowd, torn up, nasty looking face that's upset and angry because they can't do anything better. All they can do is hate on somebody else. They have been around for centuries. So imagine when people look at the Wright brothers and they go, wow, these guys did up an airplane. You ever look at the background of the stuff that these guys went through at the end of the day? People declare these guys as being nutcases at the end of the day. Mind you, flight did not even exist, all right? You got two gentlemen at a farm developing an aircraft that can fly. Do you have any idea how many haters they must have had at the end of the day? Oh, there's just two crazy brothers over there. And they got this idea. They think they can make an airplane, an object fly in the air. How dumb is that? Fly? Look at us today. Look at the technology we got from those two individuals. Look what we have now. Can you imagine if they got discouraged and decided, or any person, any inventor on the face of the planet got discouraged and listened to the haters? We would have nothing at all. That's what makes the haters so interesting. The haters actually make a person who wants to develop something new and introduce it to the world. It makes them stronger because you naysayers don't tear us down. You make us strong. You make us push even harder to accomplish your goal. And that's why you have the things you have now. Everything that you have in front of you, there was a hater to try to tear it down. Did you ever think about that? So same thing with the Wright brothers. When they were up there on that farm, working hard to develop something that they could give back to the world. you had your haters out there. And I'm pretty sure they went through some crap. But they didn't give up. Because I can't imagine taking a stagecoach from here to California or from San Francisco back and forth. If you ever read the history on the beginning of the stagecoach, it wasn't all that pretty. Alright, let's just grab something up from here. I'm glad a lot of these inventors did not give up and push through no matter what. Same thing like Benjamin Franklin. Probably called him a nutcase too. That man sitting out there with a kite with a key attached to it, playing with thunder. Probably called him crazy. Look at it now. Everything you have runs off power. Good thing they didn't get discouraged. We need a TV. No, I don't need all that. I don't need all that. I just need a TV. TV. Right now, my settings for my screen are at, so we can get up on close of it. Ooh, yeah, camera causes that effect. It's a normal. That's a normal. All right. So we'll adjust it. We'll put it in eco mode. Ain't really much of a change, to tell you the truth. I'll show you my settings for advanced settings where we're at on our brightness. We can't go past 15. That's the rule on developing this technology. Can't go past 15. We're at 5. 6 for contrast. Color and all that doesn't exist. Once you switch over to PC, all that's gone. You can't use it. So we have contrast at 6, brightness at 5. We're way under factory settings. Look at this joker underneath me trying to steal my chair. Taco, you got issues. You got the window open for you. Play in the window right now if you want. But you'd rather be in here and take my seat. Alright, we're going to play in eco mode for a bit. And I'll bring you up. Should have to get a little closer. There we go. Here we are on. I'm used to being farther back. You have to remember. I'm used to doing it that way. Alright, let's see. Let's go look up the TV. 65 inch. Man, that's an OLED, $1,000. Ooh, man. That's $65, $1,000 for 65. A 100-inch screen is going to be $3,000 at 100. You know how much a 100-inch OLED will cost you? And mind you, this TV doesn't have a 16:9. It's not actual 16:9. It does 16:9 format. It doesn't do actual 16:9. So with that wide, this would cost you a lot of money. Let me see. I want a big TV. They got the 100-inch in here. Yeah, 100-inch OLED. It's a 100-inch OLED. Actual 16:9 would cost me. Come on. Let's be nice. There we go. Get there. Alright, I want a 100-inch OLED. I know you got them. They gotta have them. These ain't 100 inches. They're way too cheap. You're talking about $100,000 TV. Alright, Best Buy is not going to have anything like that. You gotta go somewhere outside the line. You get a 100-inch. 100-inch 16:9 OLED. And 16:9. They have them. They just can't. They don't have them. That's a big TV. Coming here. Here. Well, they have a 98-inch. It's an LG. It's not an OLED, but it's an LG. If you can't see it, I'll take you over to the screen. It's about $10,000. So it's about 10 grand. That's 98. It's not 16.9. It's not that. It would be 100 inches, but it wouldn't be 16.9. It would be 16.9. It'd be a pretty wide screen if it was 16.9. So it's going to be, you have to format everything. So it's not OLED. I'm looking at you right now. I need you to go take your fish, and leave. Because you're in here getting in trouble. Taco likes to fight with the stand. Go ahead, take your fish and leave. It's got a big open window in the front. You can go out there and chill. You'd rather be in here getting in trouble. Yeah. So anytime you're going to mention, they have the 100 inches. They're about 100,000 if you want. That one in OLED at an actual 16:9 format. These are actual projection screens. Now they have a 27-inch at 16:9 at 1440p. They have one here. But as for 100 inches at actual 16:9, nah, you're not going to get that in the TV. If there is one, it's going to be extremely expensive. It's not going to be cheap. That's the benefit of having the technology we have here for ultra short throw applications, is because it's going to work like a TV for those of you that ultra short throws. Long throws, you run long throws and any other projector. Long throws are not costly. We don't support any of them. We put the list down on some of the ones we're not supporting. Matter of fact, it's all of them. That just gives you a key idea how many on that list that we will not support. But anyway, as for those of you with ultra short throws, whether it be a $60 ultra short throw like the NEC we got sitting under the table right over there, or it's P2 or Samsung, LG, any one of them, it will support all those projectors right there. So it would be reacting just like a TV if you own an ultra short throw. If you have a long throw, still same thing, but you would get more of a TV feeling with an ultra short throw display. The sad thing about it is when they sell the ultra short throw, I guess they are selling it the way they should be selling it. It's just they can't put it on the screen because you really are not getting TV experience. If you're using it with a gray and white screen, you're not getting that. You have to see 100% contrast. I have no idea why we keep skipping over that particular important part of it all. I mean, you have OLED TVs that are designed to produce the highest black level out of every TV any TV can possibly think of. And then you have projection setups where you have like the P2 with a 2:1 contrast, which still, again, is not going to give you 100% black. I don't care how high you make your contrast. You can't read black. You can only see gray. Where did this freaking Harry Potter nonsense start? Who started this nonsense? You can't see it. So you really don't have a TV-like setting. Your ultra short throw is going to give you the TV feeling. You have the feeling of it all. I feel like I have a TV. You just don't really have one. Technically, you don't have one. Due to the fact that you can't read a 100% black level like an OLED can. Or any monitor can read a 100% black level. Doesn't even have to be OLED to do it. That's all. That's the problem you run into. Because you got people that will swear up and down that, they're seeing a contrast level, and no, you're not seeing a contrast level. You can't even register it. You can't even pick it up. We're in eco mode right now. You can't pick it up. Even though you have the projector that has that capability, you don't have the screen that will give you that capability. That's why this technology right here and all the technology we developed on the black technology that we have here, anything down from our Black Series edition on an ultra short, the projector can read 100% contrast. As a matter of fact, I gotta put that link in there. We got a link where we did one of our screen paints, black screen paints versus a TV. Matched it in white levels, matched it. Well, actually, we did actually higher performance in color. And we also able to match it in contrast. Gray screen and white screen. Even gunmetal can't complete that task. You have to read 100% black. If a TV reads 100% black, guess what you have to do? You have to read 100% black. TVs can sit in fully lit environments. They don't have issues with washout, discoloration. They don't have that issue. Then your screen's going to have to be the exact same thing. If you stick a TV in the same environment that a projection screen will sit in, you have automatically failed right from the door. If you avoid showing any form of heavy contrast levels on your screen versus a TV, you have automatically failed. If you're going to say it's TV-like, it has to be TV-like. I can go in my room over there with that dedicated black Cinemax at a screen at 140 inches. We're not doing 150, 140. We're doing 100 inches to 120 so they can compress the image much better. I can go in that room at that screen size with a projector that sits back 21 feet. There's no ultra short throw setups in that room. Plenty of light, and I can watch a movie in there. That screen paint has more ability than any other screen paint right now on the market. And my projector sits in eco mode back there too. We don't run them in full over here. So here we are, we're running eco mode right now. We're doing a PC application. We're going to do portraits too, because like I said, I want portrait for myself. So I'm going to do a portrait size PC screen. I do want one in glass. These have to be custom designed. These are not screens that you're going to do, like they're like a door. That's what they look like, kind of like a door. They're a little shorter, kind of like a 235.1 setup. They're really short, but they're long. Now keep in mind, the only two ways you can run it off a portrait mode, you have to have either run it through PC, which we'll do one here later on today. I'll do a portrait on this one. I'll turn it around and show you the portrait. Or you have to do it if you have a projector that automatically has portrait mode. I do know that the Sony DPL FH31s have a portrait mode setting, if you can find one. They're not exactly easy to get. Panasonic has one too. It does a portrait mode also too. Now we got a little Japanese music playing in the background. It's my meditation music I like to listen to. I just left it on. This is to show you how sharp and how vivid the image pulls up, especially for you PC gamers out there. I got games already attached to this machine already, just to show you that you really don't have to go all out on the projector. Save some of that money back to yourself, maybe build another rig, or basically go out and get some new parts for your machine. So when this technology is done at 100%, your camera won't register on it. I don't even know how we're going to record or do any demonstrations. I don't even know yet. Tell you the truth. White levels are nowhere near where it's going to be at yet. Color is not even know where it's going to be at, and the contrast level is going to be much darker than this. So that's one of the cool things we're going to show off when we have it at a show, is to go in and be able to show people that, look, your camera can't even read on this thing because it's literally pushing that much light off of it. But to the naked eye, you can see it. Let's go with, let me see something. Quali Bear over there. Quali Bear. Quali Bear, Quali Bear. I love this. I can't wait to get mine. And then being on glass, oh, it's so smooth. So clean, especially with this technology attached to it. Now we know we're going to have haters out there at the end of the day trying to do the same thing we're doing. Like, look, we can do the same thing. Yeah, stick it up into a piece of window, let sunlight push through that bad boy, because that's one of the high elements of this technology. It can absorb sunlight and show us how it's done. I never could understand people like that. They spend a lifetime just hating on stuff. They never go anywhere in life. They never develop anything new. What do you got going on for 2024? We're in the process of developing technology for 2024, and they're still using the same old stuff. So it shows you not going anywhere. If you really are developing new technology, you really don't have any time to be hating on anyone. You have so much work involved with this stuff. It's not even funny. You thought the testing that we did under the dedicated black Cinemax was berserk? Oh man, testing for this is gonna be crazy. This thing has to sit in the same environment as a TV and generate at 100 inches with no problem whatsoever. It's got to pick up at an angle gain. It has to be super bright. Light has to be the transfer off the screen. We're not worried about it. We know it's time to do. Let me get, I'm burning my battery out. Let me see, chargers up here. Out. But I want this, when we get done with this technology, I want this thing literally to be so bright that a cell phone can't register on it. No camera will be able to register on it. You want it super bright. You have to put your projector in night mode in order to pick up on it. That's how high we want to make this, the ability for the screen to be able to generate crystal beautiful images. Oh, she gets in the way. That's my cord from my. All right, we're able to hide it there. We want this thing to be crazy. And it's going to have to be. It's going to my spot. This thing has to be top notch. I don't put junk in my setups. I'm not into that whole adjusting lights and all that dumb nonsense. I'm not doing that crap. I'm not spending no money for expensive high-end projector. We got to get a couple of them, but really don't want to, honestly, truthfully. But anyway, yeah. And changing my environment to accommodate the screen. Oh heck no, we don't do that over here. You would never see me do that in any demonstration. As a matter of fact, because this technology can take in more light, I plan to have a ton of light in my house. Of this fine house. Let me see what's going on here with this. I want windows wrapped around this bad boy. Like the other house, oh, I freaking love that section. We had windows wrapped around the screen, they're the same thing. One of the demonstrations I hate when they try to show windows that wrap around the screen. They'll have a window right here in the middle. No, sorry, screen right here in the middle. They have a window here and a window here. There'll be nothing on the sides. Windows will be in the back. We don't know if the windows are open or not because they never turn the camera around to show you if the windows are actually open behind the screen. Those would be the windows that would make contact with the screen. My mouse upside down. So when I watch demonstrations and I see two windows on each side, that doesn't mean jack at all. It doesn't do that. Unless the light is coming out and it's turning and going back into the screen, which we know that's not going to happen. It's going straight the other direction. Now, if you have windows behind it, showing that window light is making direct contact with the screen. And I'm not talking about showing light coming from the window and then the rest of the distance is dark. That means your light has basically has reached its point and it's no longer transferring light anywhere near the screen. But I love it when people open up windows and go, look, the screen. No, sorry. No. That environment should be illuminated. It should be well lit in that environment. If that's the case. And then once I see with Elite Screen, I saw them do two windows on each side and the windows in the middle. And they look at all this light. And I'm like, no, where's the light at? And the blinds were shut. You really couldn't see objects on the other side. When blinds are fully open, you can make out objects on the other side of the blinds. When they're on a slant, that means when the light hits, it's going on a slant. It's being redirected downward. It's not going straight. That's one thing I look when I look at the blinds. If I can see objects on the other end. Another thing, again, the windows. If if there's any windows in the back, are these really making contact with the screen? Are these windows open? How many windows are open in the back? One of the things I had to do in the video, I had to slow it down because there was a window to the left, but the blinds were closed. So that environment was completely coached. That's what I picked up on it. The one thing I like about the demonstrations we had in the other house, that screen literally was wrapped around windows. We had 2 windows to the side, 2 windows to the side over here. That thing was wrapped around. Light was passing back and forth. And then we had a chandelier right in front of it. Projector sat around 20 feet from my screen, or 19 feet in that demonstration. We had it at 5,000 lumens and dropped it down to a 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector at 3,800 lumens. Yeah. That's why I love these demonstrations with it's ambient light projection technology. You know the freak it is? Oh, shoot, there's Dental right there. Leave them right there. Said the conversation I had with the fellow, and he goes, well, you know, I have a window open. It's not freaking any light at the end of the day. Are you kidding me? Literally, I actually had a chance to have a conversation. He's a nice guy, by the way. He's pretty cool. But I'm not going to be nice. I got to put him on blast. It is what it is. Come on. You got this one little window open. Your environment looks like a medieval dungeon. And you got this screen in the corner. I'm like, oh, it looks absolutely amazing with all the lights on. No, the freak it doesn't. I can see your contrast levels washing out. I can see your colors washing out. When you're used to looking, well, put it quick. When you're used to eating crap all your life, then guess what? You're just, all you know is crap. When you're used to having finer foods, you're going to know the difference between crap and finer foods. A person who has never had fine foods and goes to a really fine restaurant, it's going to be a whole different experience. It's going to be a fantastic experience. Most people envy that because they get a chance to see what it's like. It's like giving a baby sugar for the first time. Or going through Disney World as a 5-year-old. It's that kind of experience. For a person who's done it too many times to count, we've been there and done it, we know what it's going to be like. Real's still there, but yeah, you know. So that image comes up, it has to come up in black. I see this come up in gray on a lot of screens, and the first thing they'll say is, oh, no. Really, if you look, what's the word contrast? What does contrast mean? Look it up. People don't crack those dictionaries enough. Look into the dictionary and what does contrast stand for? It doesn't stand for gray, it stands for black. If you're talking about you're picking up a contrast level, a deep black level, they never talk about deep gray, deep black level. I'm watching you. Take your fish and go. You're not going to come in here and carry on. Mr. Mischief. So yeah, in that conversation with him, basically, no, you've got one window. And it's sad because I guess that's the normal. We open up one little window here, we put a little light here in the corner, and voila, we have ambient light projection technology. No, you do not have ambient light projection technology. What if you have my environment at the end of the day? Then what? I have a normal environment. I literally had people say sometimes, I'm like, oh, his environment's not normal. It's normal. It came with the house. Like, how freaking normal can it be? You turn lights on, they come on, the apartment, where we have it here. This is normal lighting in my apartment. I don't have dark shades or black shades that block out as much light as possible. I don't have any of that nonsense. And my lights over top are LEDs. So either it works or it doesn't work. But if I had to change my environment out for the screen, I don't want the screen. I just buy a TV. There's no point. Still in eco mode. So that's the sad thing about the industry, because everybody thinks the normal is being on, and you know, you have to be an ambient light controlled environment. You have to spend all this money for a high-end projector with the highest contrast to pick up these black levels. And even when you spend all the money for such a projector, you still have to be in a dark environment because you are having an issue because the screen will wash out. If you spend the money for gunmetal technology, you're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars for a technology, again, that is still going to require a projector with an extremely high contrast in order to enhance the darker levels that the screen is able to produce. aka two shades of gray, but just darker shades. And none of them have the ability to compete with the TV. And the demonstrations I've seen with the other one and other people, they'll put the TV in a dark environment, just like they would have a projector, and go, look, it's matching my cell phone, it's matching my laptop. No. Stick that thing in a fully lit environment, show me a star field, because the TV can sure enough do it, your screen should be able to do it. Shouldn't be a problem. It'd be funny if I wouldn't bought an OLED TV. And so if you're going to use this TV, you're going to have to be in an ambient controlled environment. And they do calibrate these things, by the way. I looked enough these forum sites. I know they calibrate TVs. And you're going to have to go in, you have to have an ambient controlled environment. If you're going to be showing any black levels, you have to make sure that the environment's a little bit darker, so that way your black levels don't fade. You just described a projection screen. Why do you think that people don't want to... People buy projection screens because they want that real movie-like experience, but they know it's going to come with heavy sacrifice. That their environments will have to be dark. It would be nice to just walk into, well, you can't do it. Well, my customers do this, but you know, like I said, we had Hector who was showing off his technology, our technology, and fully lit environments. Wouldn't it be nice to just come in and go, doop, have your TV screen pop on, walk around your fully lit environment, you have to turn nothing out at all, period. It's just like a TV. Wouldn't that be beautiful? That's what our customers go through. That's why when you go to the Christie site, we got our demonstrations for our customers over there. We have some of our customers on our other page too. You'll see basically, we have a lot of on-sites with those. But you'll see where our customers basically come in and they turn the lights on. Stuff in the dark. Let's get that beautiful angle gain. I love this the most. Let me just. Now, for those you don't know, what we're looking for is when we do an angle gain, it has to show up like a slither of brightness. See that right there? If that comes up, well, we can't see the greens and can't see the colors that it's displaying here, then we have a problem. I mean, the screens have a very difficult time generating that white light. Now, for those who are sitting there saying, well, what if you had the settings all the way up? Normal setting? Camera won't be able to pick it up. You can't read it. The screen's generating that much light. I can see it. Any place else we have it, they'll be able to see it. We're going to do this demonstration on site. Your camera won't be able to read it. Now, when it reaches at 100%, the camera won't be able to pick up on it at all, period. It'll just sort the daylights out of your camera. Just like TVs do. We got here for time. I got to go this. I'm going to the post office to drop off packages today. Oh, thank y'all for the orders. I really appreciate that. Oh, I got to put the charge back in. I forgot. You need a charge. Sorry about that, people. Shaking it off. I'm at 5% here. Oh man, I can't wait. We're going to do a portrait mode today. As soon as I come in from the post office, well, first, when I drop off the post office, I can go to the park and chill. Just out there for a little bit. And then I'll come back home and we'll do this in portrait. So I think we're going to do a portrait glass screen. We'll do two of those, two different sizes. Matter of fact, let's see, we'll do like in the glass a portrait. Like 50s is nice in portrait. We'll have to look into that. But we can make that customization because some people may not have the room for a 50-inch. But then again, you do want it at a comfortable size. That is true. Because when you're on a computer and you're basically doing research, I had a computer screen at 150 inches. It was very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. And I'll tell you why. Because when you're writing an email, your email is 13 feet on the other side, so you know that from the door. So you literally have to slide back and forth with a chair to get to the other end of the screen to figure out what the frick you're writing back there. You magnify the text, yeah, that works all well, but on certain pages, magnifying the text doesn't work too well. So that also becomes a head too. So you have a certain size is a good size. I got 100 inches was comfortable, but I was more at 80 was actually pretty good. This is where we have to get beta testers. We can bring them in. We need beta testers that do office work. So they're doing spreadsheets and all that stuff. What screen you consider to be comfortable for you? Or we can just design one with a base that actually turns, which would be easier. Because on top of that, some websites don't work in portrait mode. I know for a fact that, what is it? Oh my goodness, Wix web pages do not work in portrait mode. We may do a screen with a base that actually turns. This is also good for gaming too. But it's nice and clean, even in eco mode. Now keep in mind, sort of put this out here, to customers, when you watch somebody do eco mode and they're in the dark, that's pointless. That's absolutely pointless. Why in the world would adjusting the eco mode in a dark environment show that your screen has some form of enhancements? No, you do eco mode in fully lit environments and you drop your lumens brightness, because that would just make more sense. I mean, you're in a well-lit environment, you're going to need a high-end projector to beat it. Some people actually think that, and this is true, I did it myself, that you buy a higher lumen projector, that the image that's traveling on that higher lumen, that's cutting through all the light in the environment, when it makes contact with the screen, you're going to produce a beautiful image. Not going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to wash your image out even faster. Now, when you drop it in eco mode, that means basically you have dropped the ability for your projector to produce a much higher lumen count, which means when you start off with 4,000, you're not ending at 4,000. If you just make it eco mode or not, you're not going to end the same. But either way, just to tell you that, the image, when you drop it in eco mode, you're now lessening the chance of you being able to produce a much better image, because you don't have the maximum of lumens that your projector came with. Doing this in the dark is completely pointless. Doing this with the lights on adds more of an impact. And I've literally seen people adjust eco mode and on a projector in either ambient light controlled environment or an environment that was completely dark. Why would you do that? That's just stupid. It doesn't really prove anything. Now, if you had it outside and you did that nonsense, I'm not saying nonsense, you pulled it down and you did it outside, that's impressive. Because you're going to need as much lumens as possible to pull this off. If you're in a really, really well-lit environment, you're going to need as much lumens as possible to get the screen to see it. You have to have contrast. Can't even say that enough. You have to have contrast. People that I talk to, and I get some people who will contact me, and they understand what I'm talking about 100%. How important contrast is, why it's needed. Then we have those who comment on our channel, not saying everybody, but certain those, we know you are, saying, oh no, contrast is not. And if that's the case, they wouldn't put it in projectors. What's the point of making a gunmetal screen? And on top of that, let's get to this topic real quick. Why? And I literally can go to any form site and post this. Who in their right mind wants a gray screen to produce a higher white level? Why? That wasn't the purpose of the gray screen when it was designed. And I know, because I was around when they were designing them. 5 years late, but I was still around when they were designing them. Why would you want a gray screen to produce a higher white level? If you want a higher white level, just go buy a white screen. You buy a gray screen because it can produce a better shade of gray, better than the white screen. It also, too, on top of that, produces a fair amount of white levels. Of course, it's a light screen, but you get it because it's a little darker than a white screen, and it produces a better contrast. Who in their right mind wants a gray screen that produces a higher white level? That means you're going backwards. If that's the case and you want higher white levels, go buy a white screen. That's the highest white level you want. But you don't want the white screen because the white screen doesn't give you enough contrast. Then you go buy a gray screen. So you want the gray screen for higher contrast, not for higher white levels. That's why the person did that demonstration completely backwards. That's stupid. You want contrast. That's what you want. Problem with the gray screen, if you put too much contrast in it, then the white levels suffer. If you put too much white in it, then the contrast suffers. You need an equal balance of both color and color at the same time. You need white and black for color in order to get that to work. So what the gunmetals figured out was to develop a product that produces a darker shade of gray, but also to maintains a high white level. That's the key to home theater projection. Darker contrast, or an advanced screen, a screen that can see a 100% black, generate a perfect color level, and also to maintain a white level. White level doesn't just project to just basically just having a white screen. If that's the case, we just all watch white screens all day long. White levels are in everything. It's in skin tones, it's in color, it's even in black. Contrast is extremely important. Contrast is in everything. It's in black levels, it's in white levels, it's in color. And for those people saying, but it's not in white levels. So when you watch when you're watching snowy scenery, and you got those branches in the back, and you got structures in the back, all that requires contrast. It requires detail to push through that white level to show you that particular image. And if you're talking about straight white levels, and you're talking about just a blotted white screen, then that's what you're talking about. It's interesting that when I watch these demonstrations, they don't talk like I talk. Because again, people that are showing off the projectors, they're going by protocol. They're going off by what they're reading from a script. When you're talking about gunmetal technology, it's all from script. Some people make screen paint products, they usually go by script. They go by what the normal is, what they should say, what they have to say. People who act like they know what they're talking about don't say what they're supposed to say because they don't even know what they're talking about. And I've seen 2 of those already. There's more. Oh, but there's 3 of those. There's 3 of those we debunked. They'll lie and tell you that the gray screen will do this and the gray screen will do that. It won't. Come on. What are you going to tell me at the end of the day? That I don't know what I'm talking when it comes to gray screens? I can show you history. Way back on our channel. We started in way back in, I think, 11, or it was way back, or 8, or somewhere in that era. I can show you gray technology, gray mixes. We're going to mixes at that time. Mixes that we were making before any of these people were on YouTube. I know gray screens. Gunmetal, show you that too. That's how we got picked. That's why how Screen Innovation picked up on us, because we're developing gunmetal technology. Black technology, we go back years on black technology. We didn't just start developing this stuff. We've been working on this stuff for many, many years. We can go back to 08, 07, I looked it up. It was digital for papers. I can't remember what year that was. It was way back, about 8 years back. So, yeah, we already know. And then when we give them opportunities to make black technology, 2 things were done in that demonstration a lot of people didn't realize. First, we gave them the opportunity to try to make the black technology. And they failed, both of them, miserably. And to see if they had any knowledge of being able to develop black technology. And they did. Just by the simple ingredients that I saw on the table, they had no idea what they're doing. So that means they can't even advance. That's what they just told us. When you do a demonstration, we give you permission to make something. It's more than just seeing you just try to make the product. There's other things we're looking at too. And the thing is to see if you have the ability to understand black technology. And what we saw on the table, the ingredients, we're like, nope, not even in the ballpark, not even close, nowhere near it. so far behind, it's not even funny. But I don't want to get too much into screen paints because this technology is about something completely different. We're going to be testing this against TVs because that's what we're going for next, the TV. Now I have to get mine. I can't wait. Drop it, take it out, put it back in eco, take it out of eco mode. I'm switching back and forth. I'm not changing any of my settings, it's just one going back and forth. I want to, let's see, where am I? I'm going to hook up, should run it. Oh, no, we gotta run it from the, we have to. This is for me. Oh, that game was horrible. It's the worst game I ever played in my entire life. That's pretty bad. I should have read that. Should have kept the reviews. The reviews were like, no, go do it. Don't buy it. It's trash. It's garbage. I'm like, I kind of like the underdog games. Just see how bad this thing's going to be. It was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. That's my librarian. Awful. Kind of reminds me of games back in the day that had like this really crazy cover. And again, you weren't really bothered. And it didn't match the cover, but still just gave you an idea of what you were getting yourself into. So that's what I get. Well, definitely. Oh, we had this one right here too. Okay, yeah. This is my other account. I try to keep these up to date. So next time we have them here. What's this one right here? I got to really get into this. I haven't really been playing this as much. This is actually a pretty good game right here. But I got to get into this one, man. This is a good game. Get a little closer. Get a little closer. With pen and dry. Come back today. Oh, big screen mode. Oh, darn, big screen mode. Should name a cat Taco or Mr. Furry Pants. Mr. Furry Pants around. So Sun's coming up today. Woohoo! Going to the car, sit down and chill, relax. That's the one thing I love to do. When I get done dropping off orders at the post office and walk around to the park, just go out there and just chill. I think the dam's sitting next to the giant iron horse. There's a giant iron horse to go. Also have a nice fresh t-shirt. I love fresh t-shirts. We're good. I just want to go and just basic shoot. There we go. Update May. No deputy on that. No benches. There's my taco right there. Dangerous taco. Alright, we're definitely going to be doing, see the taco right here. Hit the Y for the start. Definitely going to do this one. Taco, I'm going to get you a hat just like that. With the ears sticking up. Alright, let's see. The speaker's running, right? If not, I'll plug big boys in. But then it's just for time. Because I got to run out here anyway. I got to be in the post office in a few. I have to take care of some packages. Customers taking care of it. Alright. This is our PC gaming on this baby. Got some sound in the back. It ain't loud, but you know, it's something. Alright, we can get this gate, get the rest of these off, right? Here we go. Where you at? Woo! What's going on back here? I'm getting another door. Get that door. Whee! One of the things I learned when I used to do Unreal Tournament is learn how to shoot backwards. Because people don't think when you play Unreal Tournament, if you ever played that game before, people will run right at you. If you can learn to shoot, run backwards at the same time, jumping on it, stuff, dodge while going backwards, you'd be a killer in that game. The reason why? Because people will literally run into gunfire. They'll run right into it. So if you're backing up at the same time and you know how to move and dodge back and forth, you can fire and hit that target every single time. They will run right into it. You can kill them as they run in. And one of the things I loved about the Unreal Tournament is weapon combos. I used to play it on PC, so a lot of people playing on the 360s way back, people didn't know about weapon combos in that game. You can actually switch your weapons up, or basically being able to charge your rocket launchers. They drop little grenades down the staircase. And I would basically fire something in your direction to get you to go to the staircase where I need you to go, and I drop a bunch of grenades and just kill you right there from the door. Or my personal favorite was to jump off a platform, make it rain grenades, and then come in with a stinger in between, and fire is nowhere to go. It's raining grenades, someone's firing a Gatling gun at the same time, and too many places you can run. The bio cannon has another basically weapon designed to it. You can actually charge it up and shoot a plasma ball. Oh, I love using that thing. That thing's freaking amazing to hit somebody with. That right there with the bio cannon was a fantastic combination. Oh, God, try to stick me. It was a fantastic combination. Because what I would do is I would fire the bio goo behind you, and you think I missed you. No, I'm lining you up. Line you up just right, hit you with that plasma ball, and push you right into the back of that freaking blob, and just watch your body explode. Get points for all that craziness. Yeah, weapon combos. And then people thought people were cheating. They were modding because they were shooting these grenades out. No, it's a charge system on the game. Follow me everywhere I go. Running right into the bullets. Right. And another important thing, learn to jump and shoot at the same time. But some of you guys who do that Call of Duty, good God, you guys are really freaking good. I give you hats off. You guys are doing some absurd stuff in there. Got a friend of mine. He's on one of those high-end team leaderboards. What do we got here? What kind of weapon is this? Let me pick this up. Ah! What is this? Shoot, that's a bad idea. I haven't played this in a while, people, so forgive me. Let's see. Which question do we go with anyway? I was wondering what that is right there. We can pick it up. Oh, shoot, it's a sniper. Alright, cool, taking that. I'm not messing with that. Those boxes right there. Oh, you have no idea what goes on in those boxes. What is shooting at me? It's shooting at me. Oh. Okay, ducked. I'm back here. Yeah, missed him a couple times. Basically, nothing here. Okay, let's go through a tunnel. I'd say a game they ought to bring back. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. They should. Bond. 007, I think, was one of the best multiplayer games ever made. If you've never played Bond, you have missed a freak out you had. Oh, that game is amazing. Bond was Bond. And the karate, the kung fu chop, freaking beautiful. Throwing grenades at me? That's not right. Oh, it's slow motion. That's what it is. I guess. Get a little closer with every extra drive. Come on. So I'm saying that correctly. I probably just butchered that song. Alright, what do we got here? I'm gonna go sing some here. Yeah. We'll take this. I can use this. We'll put it wildfire. What am I got here? Now I'm skipping. I got some good stuff. What we got going over here? What's over here? What's this? What are you? Let me see. Oh, you shoot grenades. I'll take it. What we got here for time? We going over time here? Ah, yes we are. Let's see. Oh, the minions. Ooh, for you. Bugs. There we go. No more bugs? That's explosive. Portal. I am not dealing with portals. Hurrah! Harry Potter. It's a little bit like Unreal Tournament, jumping up and down and shooting at the same time. And jump and hop, to hop backwards, hop forward. Oh, this is. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Oh, it's getting too hot over here. It's way too hot. done. Stage 4. Oh, it's on, baby. Oh! Nice. Oh, now I do the shields. Like this one. Ah, frozen. Oh, got me. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, wow. There's part of that. Wow. Oh, no. Oh! You got any second chances left? No. Alright, that was fun. Alright, people, took a little longer. I ain't want the demonstration all long, but I'm going to show you the PC application going. Actually, I freaking love it. When I come in from the post office, we'll do the portrait mode application. So I'm just going to show you that. Alright, so I don't want to do too many videos today. I'm trying to cut down on how many videos I do. Put my stand card on there. Look at this joker right here. You joker. You joker. We had any more bats, do we? We had an incident yesterday. We had a bat in the window. Ooh, that was interesting. Alright, sorry about my messy area. This is going out today. Thank you so much for the orders. I appreciate it. This is the paint that's from this. So you know that. It's from here. We paint some of this up today because I got to do a screen for a demonstration. So those of you that are beginning your orders today know that your product also too came from this. So just put it out there like that. Anyways, but thank you so much for your business. I do appreciate it. I got to go pop over to the post office. Now for the other ones who are saying, well, I thought we don't make it here. We don't. I got another place. I'm not going to tell you about it. Like I said, I don't tell everybody everything. It's none of anybody's business what I do at the end of the day. Only what we allow you to be able to see. Because we have stalkers. We have weird people. But anyway, we have it made someplace else. It's bought here. My buddy just dropped all these off. I told him to put some in a container for me. I do have somebody basically also too who helps me out with these products that I'm working on. And that way we don't make anything here. We don't violate any rules and regulations. I'm very careful about places when I move into them that I follow all the guidelines before I move into the place. As in not making sure there's no paperwork tied to any place that I actually am living at. That way, if we get a weirdo who basically tries to contact our property manager or whoever we're doing, people we're renting from, and try to make trouble for us by saying we're running a business here, yeah, not going to happen. We can't mix anything here or make anything here because we got other people living around us. When I had the house, no problem at all. They already knew I was mixing in the house. Didn't make a difference because it's a house. Apartment, a little different guidelines. So none of the paperwork, nothing tied here. Even at the other house, nothing was ever tied there for paperwork, nothing at all. It was always someplace else. Because, you know, when I leave, I wanted me to take that information with me, not have it registered to that particular spot only. So, it's a smart way of doing things. Other than that, no. If I read within the guidelines that says we can't do certain things, we just don't do certain things here. We go to someplace else. It's not hard to rent out another facility and have it made there and have it brought over here because it's a lot more easier from where he's at. He just drives and drops everything over and I just get the orders from there. But that's how we do things. That's why you don't see Mr. Bird here with a mixing bucket, mixing up stuff and pouring it in containers new or stuff we already have made. All right, people, that's basically about it right there. Let me get my customers taken care of. Thank you so much for your orders. We appreciate it. And this glass technology, oh, this is freaking amazing. I cannot wait to get mine. This will be coming out in 2024. Glass screens will start up at $3,000 for 100 inches. We're probably going to do some portrait sizes too. Yeah, we're going to do portrait because I want it for myself. Anything usually I want for myself, customers also get too. So we're going to do some portrait sizes and we're going to do 100 inch to 150. Anything over 150 is customized. With 235.1, we're going to do 115 to 138 inches, maybe 158, I haven't decided, depends on the glass maker. And anything over that is going to be customization. With the plastic fiberglass custom pour screens, can't tell you much about that. That's pretty much all secret on how that's going to be engineered. We can't, tell you one thing, we can't buy the fiberglass already made. That's all I can tell you. It has to be already in a liquid form. So I can't tell you why, but that's the reason why. But anyway, those are going to be in all different kinds of various of sizes. So they're going to be front and rear with that technology. They're going to be coated with Leviathan and the Sugar Plum Fairy. They'll be gaming screens. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless. All right.